Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to the W. Mason Coach Report with head women's lacrosse coach Shannon Smith. Shannon, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Stephen. How are you?
I'm great. It's Wednesday here in New York, and it's going to be about 60 degrees today. So I'm sure you and your program are ecstatic with the weather we usually deal with here for Hofstra lacrosse season.
Definitely pumped for some warm weather today, some sunny, warm weather today.
So, Shannon, 1-1 week since we last spoke. A real solid win Tuesday up at Brown, following up on a 1-goal defeat against Army West Point. Your overall assessment of your team from those two games?
Obviously, a huge midweek win yesterday against Brown, and just truly impressed on how our team was able to turn around quickly from a heartbreaking loss to Army, learn from that game, turn around, go on the road, and have a big win against Brown. I think our team played well, and we were able to finish our shots, and defensively, we played a really solid game with, Jess Smith coming up with some big saves for us.
We'll start with quickly with the Army game. Unique situation. They had a snow squall, delayed the game. You had to move it inside. How much do you feel like that affected your team, or did it not?
Listen, both teams were dealing with the same thing, with the snowstorm and the delay going inside. So, I think that, for us, we went out, we played hard. The ball just bounced a couple more times their direction than ours. But we took a lot from that game. We continue to learn, and we continue to work hard.
Quick couple highlights from that game. Demick, who missed much of last year with an injury, has really started to come back this year. 2 goals and an assist against Army. What have you seen from Erin so far this year that you've liked?
Yeah, we really missed Erin last year. She's a super smart player, has an extremely high lacrosse IQ out there on the field, has the ability to come up with some big goals. She did against Army, and she's really starting to get into the flow of the offense this year. So excited for her to keep bringing her senior leadership to the field and continuing to step up for us on the offensive side.
You touched on senior leadership there. It's a unique year because you almost have 2 classes of seniors. How unique is that for you as a coach to kind of have way more senior leadership than you're used to having?
It's huge for us, because we definitely have a lot of inexperience as well on the field. So we have a good mix of experience and inexperience, and our seniors and our leaders are really stepping up and playing well for us in these past 2 games. So everyone's starting to get into the flow, getting used to playing with one another and building our team chemistry, but also continue to find our team identity out there as we continue to play.
And then, like we mentioned earlier, yesterday you went up to Brown with a dominating 12-7 win. You're up 10-2 late. You talked about the short turnaround. How were you able to make that short turnaround into such a positive?
Yeah, I think it's just knowing that game against Army was a heartbreaking loss. Knowing that we had chances, but continuing to stay positive because it's super early in the season. And as long as we can learn from that, that's huge. I think we took some positives out from when we were playing Army. We talked about the things that we needed to change and continue to grow on. And I think that our team made those changes for Brown. And I think that's just a testament to our senior leadership and their positivity towards it, and their will and their hunger to want to win against Brown on Tuesday, knowing that it was a big game for us. And Brown's a very well coached and a very good lacrosse team in the Ivy League. So a tremendous win, and a testament to the girls and being able to change their mindset and get prepared for the next game.
Shannon, it's one thing to be anointed the heir apparent, the next big scoring star, which Katie Whalen was coming into this year, and then kind of grab that and run with it. And she's got 9 goals in her last 2 games, 5 yesterday. What are your thoughts on Katie and how she's kind of just run with what everyone's kind of told her she's got to be?
Yeah, I think for Katie, she has a lot of confidence about her shooting ability and about her play, and I think that's tremendous. I think in order to be a big time player with making big time shots, you have to be able to have a confidence about you and shake off when you miss them, and knowing that you're going to score the big ones. So Katie has that, and she has really turned it on. So, with her hard work and how she continues to practice, being able to keep that flame on with her shots and continue to nail the big shots for us. But I also think that Katie does a tremendous job of knowing that when those slides are coming from her, being able to dish it to her teammates, and her teammates being able to step up, so they can't always focus on Taylor. Because, they can't always focus on Katie because we have other players stepping up like Taylor and Ari and Aaron and our midfielders chipping in goals as well.
One more question on Katie. The 8-meter, it's such a dynamic shot for her because she has that ability to just take a step and shoot it, which the defense obviously knows, so they're not jumping at her as much. Does that ability make her even more dangerous on that 8-meter because the defense knows that she can just shoot a rocket right off the bat?
Yeah, Katie's tremendous at the 8-meter. She puts a lot of work into it, and really fine tuning her different shots and being able to hit the different corners with it. So I think for us, it's constantly trying to place Katie in different locations to be able to get her on the 8, knowing those, are goals for us, because Katie does a tremendous job at being able to hit those. So continue to work hard, and being able to put Katie in different positions in our offenses to be able to get her on the 8.
You touched on it a second ago. You mentioned Taylor's name, meaning to mention others, but Taylor Nella has had a real strong start to the year offensively. What have you seen from her? It's obviously something we've seen before. She had a hat trick her freshman year. What have you seen from her this year that you've liked?
She put the work in the off season, came here and wanted to be a dominant player this year for us on attack, and you can see that work. And I think that she's super competitive out there, dodges super hard, has the ability to feed, and she's just a kid that loves the game, loves to see her teammates have success, and she's always out there cheering at practice and during the game. So excited to continue to watch Taylor's growth this season.
And on the defensive end, through 3 games this year, Jess Smith's been tremendous. 3 games of 10 or more saves, real high save percentage. What has changed in her game that has allowed her to really step it to the next level?
I think just like the off season, this summer, fall, and this winter, really realizing the areas that she needs to improve upon, and then just different ways that we're practicing this year, in for game prep for each game going in. So it's working. We're going to continue it, and looking for Jess to continue to have more strong games for us to anchor the defense.
And Shannon, you finally return home this weekend. You have your first home game on Saturday at noon against Fairfield. What's it going to feel like finally playing another game in Sherwood Stadium?
Really exciting. Our team is pumped to not be on the road this weekend on Saturday. They're excited for our home season opener, and excited to be back here playing in front of our family and friends, our home fans, and excited for a big game against Fairfield.
And what are the keys to victory against Fairfield? We've had a long rivalry with them, some high scoring ones as well.
Yeah, that's for sure. The past couple of seasons we've played them have been high scoring, but for us, I think it's just keeping it simple. Continuing, we gotta really fight hard on draw controls. The more possessions we can have, 50-50 ground balls, and finishing our shots.
Well, Shannon, we wish you good luck this weekend against Fairfield, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds great. Thank you, Stephen.
And thank you for joining us on the W. Mason Coach Report with head women's lacrosse coach Shannon Smith.